Hey everybody, this is Kelly Rose with the Non-Toxic Home, and I just wanted to say happy February. I can't believe it. The first month of the year is already gone. January is woo, it's already gone, and we're already in February. Wow. So how many of you out there are still right on track with your health goals that you set out for the beginning of the year? All right. Well, I know that this is the time when um, we're either, still moving forward and still incorporating those positive changes. And then there's, others who at this point kind of lose focus and fall back on, our regular lifestyle habits and may not be the best for, reaching our health goals that we set out to make. So I just wanted to say, I'm here for you to hold your hand, to support you, to help you stay on track so that you can meet those health goals that you are aiming for. All right. And, I know that Valentine's Day is around the corner. I know some of you like to celebrate, some of you don't. But for those of you who do, chocolate is, synonymous with Valentine's. And, I wanted to also take a second to talk about treats and our favorite, desserts or things that are our vice. I love chocolate myself, and I do enjoy a treat here and there. And I just wanted to give you permission to have your treats. Yeah, um, within reason, because we don't want to neglect um, and pretend like that we can't have such a thing or whatever. It's okay in moderation. And if we are doing all of our really great practices every day and walking or exercising, whether it's Pilates or yoga or running or swimming, dancing, um, and we're having our salads, we're having um, our greens, and we're having our lean proteins, and we're doing really great things with our eating all of our fruits and veggies. It's okay to have a treat. Now, obviously, you don't want to have like a huge cake or something, and like all of a sudden go into binge mode. Everything's okay in moderation. But the most important thing is about having that balance. You see, I am here in New Orleans where there's a lot of indulging going on right now because it's Mardi Gras. And we have, parades, and there's tons of celebrations and parties and get togethers. And we have what's called king cake. And for those of you who don't know what king cake is, it's basically like this giant cinnamon roll, sugary icing, sprinkles, this dough braided cake. And it's often stuffed with some sort of filling like cream cheese or chocolate or fruit fillings. It is crazy. It is so rich and decadent, and it's everywhere. They are everywhere. Everybody has their favorite flavor. Everybody has their favorite bakery. So, there's often king cake parties, and it is everywhere. Whether you're at work or school, they're all over the place. So, with, staying on track and eating healthy and like cleansing in the beginning of the year, all of a sudden, especially for those of us in New Orleans, it's like, ah, we just came out of like the holiday season with like Thanksgiving and Christmas, which also is synonymous for indulging. And then we had this little break, and then all of a sudden it's like more eating, more celebrations, more indulging. Wow. So, how do you stay focused and still have your cake and eat it too, right? So, you don't want to neglect, like, feel like you can't participate, but it's just making conscious choices along the way, right? So, I would love to give you a couple of my favorite little like treats that that's basically like a healthy spin on having treats, and also introduce a superfood to you if you haven't already heard about it. So one of my favorite treats is chocolate mousse. And I know you can make a version that's like full of all of the funky stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. You can make a delicious chocolate mousse that does not have any dairy in it, made with avocado. So if you take 4 avocados and then you toss them in a food processor, and then you add a cup of cocoa, a teaspoon of vanilla, a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, and then you take your sweetener of choice. Some people like agave, some people like stevia, some people like um, what else? All different kinds of sweeteners that you can use. Honey, I know vegans don't use honey. Um, and you mix it all together. And just take a little taste test and see. It might need a little bit more cocoa, but usually the 1 cup does it with the 4 avocados. And you whip it, whip it, whip it, and basically it is so good. And you want to like eat some right then and there. But remember, this is there is still um, a form of sweet in there. But what you want to do is you can do a couple of different things with it. But you want it to set. So you can take strawberries. You can do a couple of things. You can take strawberries and then you can cover it with this chocolate yummy mousse and then set those in the refrigerator so that the chocolate hardens. Or you can just put it in basically like a glass pan or a glass dish and spread it out, and then take your favorite fruits. I love berries, so you can take I love taking strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries, and also kind of not completely pureeing it, but making it to where they're diced and chopped up so there's like a little bit of moisture in them, but they're still chunky too. And then layering that on top. And then you put it into the refrigerator and you let it set and chill. It is so good. That is a really great option for dessert. You're still having your sweet, you're still having your chocolate, you're getting your berries and the good healthy fats from the avocado. I love it. And I love um, giving it to friends or family. And by now, everybody knows what my secret ingredient is, but I'll ask them, tell me what the secret ingredient is. And like nobody can know, nobody like guesses that there's avocado in there. You can't see it. Um, all the different flavors of like the cocoa and the vanilla, and you know, it's you can't taste it. Another option is that you can put a little bit of coconut oil or coconut butter in there as well. So, you know, feel free to tweak it however you want. You could also add mint and make like a mint chocolate mousse with that. Yeah. So that's a really delicious, delicious option to go for. So on to my, to in honor of the Valentine's Day, besides my favorite chocolate dessert, is adding another superfood that's also very heart healthy. And this great superfood is chia. Chia. So, chia, when it's with moisture, when it's basically in like little seed form, but when you introduce like some sort of moisture like water, it kind of firms up and like has this like gel to it. Don't let that be a turn off, because you can use it in different ways. So what I like to do is make this, it's like an overnight oatmeal. And so you can take a mason jar and put some oats in it, sprinkle some chia in it as well, and then you can take your favorite yogurt. And I like to use almond yogurt, and the flavor's up to you. You can change the flavor profile depending on what your favorites are. Again, I love berries, and so I like to use actually just a vanilla yogurt in there, and then you put your filling in. So I love berries, so I'll take blueberries, strawberries, toss them in there, and then what you want to do is take your favorite nut milk. So I use almond, and I fill it up about 3/4 of the way, and then put the lid on, stick it in the refrigerator overnight. And so in the morning, what happens is that the oats and the chia absorb all of the all of the like the yogurt and the almond milk in there, and then it plumps it up. It like activates the chia, and so it is so delicious. And the next morning, or you can also add like a little bit of sweetener to it as well. Whether it's like a coconut sugar or maple syrup, just a little bit. And you can also sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan sea salt in there as well. But anyways, the next morning, it all sets and it is so delicious. And it's really easy just to like eat as if you're eating like a cereal, but it's like way more nutritious than having cereal. And you can also just take it with you to work and then have it as like a snack between breakfast and lunch, or an afternoon between lunch and dinner. It's excellent. So one more little tip is that if you would like an alternative to eggs with baking, you can actually use chia or flax. Okay, and you can take like a tablespoon of it and add a little bit of water, and again, it also congeals, and then you can cook with that. It's amazing. So, all right, I think I covered everything. So have a great month, and if you need some assistance or are looking to get back on track, I will help you like tweak a couple little things and to make sure that you're incorporating all those nutritious foods into your daily routine. And until next time, have a good day. Bye.